All right, this is day 2 of our trip in Cochin, India on the Celebrity Millennium. We actually had an overnight, but this video is the same one I did on my video from day 1 where we went to a local house and had a wonderful dinner cooked for us. Watch that video, I recommend it. I'll put the link in the comments to it. Great night out the night before. It was pretty busy getting off because everybody had to get off the ship. So you'll see in the port it was like this. Day 2 it was empty, but everybody had to get off the ship, whether they were going ashore or not, clear the ship and then get back on board, which was kind of silly. But it didn't take too long. Everybody was nervous about how much it might delay things, but it really didn't bother anything at all. So here is the port. This is again Cochin, also known as Kochi with a K. This is Cochin with a C. And we were going on a boat ride today. These are some pop-up shops they had there. They had everything you'd want, from souvenirs to cheap souvenirs to more expensive souvenirs to t-shirts and everything you would need. So as I said, we were going on a boat ride today. We wanted to go on what was called an Alapi tour, which was a beautiful area we had been told about. Unfortunately, that was a bit too far away, so they took us to a local equivalent, which was all we had time to do today. We had a fairly short port day. We had to be back on board the ship by mid-afternoon, so we just didn't have time. So it was perfectly fine though. We really enjoyed it. It was a great relaxing day out. And we didn't just do the lake, as you're going to see. We did some other stuff as well. So here we are getting in the car, and then our driver realized he didn't have enough room for the Phil's wheelchair, which we told him about, but what can you do? So we had a bit of a delay while he taped it on top, strapped it on top of the car. So here we are going across the bridge, the same bridge we did yesterday. The same fishermen that fish with their bare hands, which blows my mind with the wires. Anyway, we arrived at the place for the boat, and here we are getting ready to get on. We had a private boat and it wasn't overly expensive at all. It was maybe $60 each for this whole day, I think. Very cheap. So these are the boats we got on. This is the first indicator that it may not be the highest quality, because they are just regular plastic seats that are glued to the boat. So not exactly first class, but it was fine. It was absolutely fine. But a bit of a shocker when you first get on. Should have known when I saw that the boats were painted green and yellow. Anyway, we are just leaving. We basically did a 2 hour or so. It was quite long. Ride around the lake. We did a big circle and we saw lots of wildlife. Very nice and relaxing. Our driver there, he spoke a little bit of English, but not much. But basically we saw a lot of birds. There's one there. And more birds. But they were interesting. It was more that it was a relaxing day out, because I like doing this because you never know what you're going to see from one moment to the next. And more birds. But like I said, we didn't just do this. After this we went and got some food, and then we went to a really cool museum. Oh look, birds on poles.
But what kind?
I jest. It's not like temples. I did not get birded out. And jellyfish. Look at these things. The colours. And they're huge. Just floating. Yeah, I wouldn't go in that water. Look at that.
Oh my, look at the colour. You get that?
Tons of them.
Kind of. Oh, there's one.
As we continued, a very flat water. As you can see, it's a beautiful day, and we just got to see some great sights. Now, one of the things we noticed was all these houses. We noticed when the ship came in yesterday, there's all these nets out front, and we were assuming they were fishing nets. They were fishing and shrimp nets, and it seemed like every other house, the minimum, even more than that, had one of these. So we were hoping to see one in action. We kind of did towards the end, but not much of one. But this is the one that we saw moving. Of course, as soon as I stopped filming, they started moving it up and down again. This one, they had just finished bringing the net up and cleaning it out of all their catch. So we just missed it. And as we were leaving, they dropped it back in the water again. So bad timing on our behalf, I guess, on that. But pretty impressive structures that they have. I guess all these houses make a living that way. And here we are coming back into the dock. after. It was a couple of hours drive. It was but really fun. We had a good relaxing time out on this day, and it wasn't over. It was just, you know, not just beginning, but yeah, there's that glue. It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah. And we've passed some shops on the way. There's Julie with her usual content picture. And there is some of those nets. I guess I'm obsessed with them. It's just a few pictures. The jellyfish. Oh yes, another net. I don't know. I don't know what it is about them. But just some pictures of our day on the water. And then I'll take you on. I like that picture. It's kind of cool. I wish I'd taken it the long way, as it were, horizontally rather than vertically. That would have looked really cool. Oh yeah, there it is again. Still looks cool. Oh yeah. Something about black and white type pictures that I like. But yeah, just gives you an idea of some of the things we saw. Look, there's a temple in the distance. But it was mainly birds we saw, mainly birds. Now, I don't know how this compares to the main Alapi one, but I know that the one we did was pretty cool. So if you've been on the regular Alapi, please put in the comments how you found it. Now, here we are getting ready to come into the breakfast. There is the restaurant. It was empty when we got there, but we had a smorgasbord of food, all provided within the tour, which was excellent. As long as you like Indian food, of course.
There is two. Oh, there's
But demolish it, we did.
Sean, can you move your...
Thank you.
There's a little restaurant we had to choose from, and a few pictures. And then after we did the restaurant, oh, lovely, we went to this Kerala Folklore Museum, which was really impressive. I guess people make donations, and it's a religious foundation in here. It was jam-packed with artifacts and stuff in here. The only concern I had walking around was what would ever happen if this place caught fire. It would be devastating, because it's so impressive inside, as you're about to see. Here we all are outside. There were 3 levels, and every level was just jam-packed with all these artifacts. And again, as I understood it, all donations. There was one area we went in where you could buy some jewelry. And I checked the pricing, and I didn't buy any. It was not cheap. But every turn, every floor, everywhere you looked around at you, there was just stuff. I'm sure they find room to fit new things, but I don't know where, as you can see. I think there was a small admission fee we had to pay. It wasn't much. We got all this done in the morning tour. No, it was not a ship tour. It was a private tour we did through a company called Project Expedition, which is one I like to use. And they're the ones we initially requested the Alapi tour, and they came back and told us it wouldn't work. So they're very good with things like that. And they gave us this alternative. So I'm very glad we had time to stop in here, because we didn't know if we'd have time or not. There's the area where you can buy the jewelry. You weren't supposed to film it, so I kept on moving. Yeah. So, great day. Really enjoyed it. And then after this, we just headed back to the ship. So I'll show you a few pictures to end you on. Next day, we were heading to Mumbai. Wait till you see that video with the wonderful Michael, possibly the world's worst tour guide ever. Anyway, just a few pictures to end you on, like I said. And here we are. Don't take a picture. Oh, I took a picture. Oops. Well, thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll get notifications when future videos come out. And also, you'll see to the left and right of me, there are some more of my videos you can watch. Also, you can join my lovely little channel here. Hit that join button next to the subscribe button on my main page. We have 3 different levels you can join at. And if you join at the highest level, I will name a suit after you. And every time I wear that suit, I'll have your name in the pocket. I will sing your name to the rafters, maybe even at karaoke.